community college full-time instructors make less money than K-12 instructors. How can this be remedied, and what plans do you have to do something about it? Senator Blue.
I've heard the argument before, and I've tried to work closely with community college people to adjust that gap. And I'm open to ways to do it. A lot of it has to do, I think, with using not full-time instructors and the number of hours that they teach. And so we need to make sure that as we move these salaries that we're getting, that they're full-time instructors. But I believe people ought to be paid fairly for what they do. Clearly there ought to be some reasonable comparison on what you make as a community college instructor as to what you'd make as a public school instructor.
I would say three things. I think number one, when you ask the initial question about short-term and long-term impact, I mean, one of the things we know in our state and from national trends is when we have an economic downturn, we actually see an increase in enrollment in community colleges because people are looking to retool their skills for when the economy recovers. So, I think community colleges may be best positioned among the three educational institutions to see an increase in enrollment. Number two, as Leader Blue mentioned in his opening statement, our community colleges remain the envy around the country. And then, my third point is I've heard very similar comments about what we pay our community college faculty. I believe that we rank fairly low in the country as far as the pay scale, and I think it's something that we should look into, especially given the fact that I think community college may be carrying a heavier burden if they're seeing an increase in enrollment as the economy remains down.